So you just get started on YouTube and you upload your first couple of videos and you keep checking your analytics, you keep checking your views, you keep checking how much subscribers that you get, and you realize that nobody is subscribing, nobody is commenting, nobody is watching. And you eventually become frustrated and start to worry and feel sad that this is not working. But I want you to take a moment and just think about this. Every content creator starts at this point. The reality of starting small. You see, guys, it is completely normal that when you just started out on YouTube, create your first channel, you will have little views or little to no views, little subscribers, and almost no comments. Maybe the first few people who will comment on your videos, or maybe someone that you know, maybe your family or friends, or you may randomly see a comment pop out of nowhere. Someone will comment on your videos, but it is not picking up. And so you'll realize that you just have just a few comments and a few views and a few subscribers in the first weeks or month of being on YouTube. And this is completely normal. You have a new channel, you don't have enough content or data on YouTube for YouTube to find and recommend your content to a certain audience. So you don't want to give up and you just want to give it time and stay consistent. Why most people quit here? One of the biggest reasons why people quit at this stage and so early in their YouTube journey is because they expect results too fast. They don't understand how YouTube work, how long they have to be on YouTube for them to really build and grow an audience and to build a channel. And sometimes they may be feed by the information on social media that they can blow up on YouTube and they can grow really fast. So they start to think about weeks or months, not years. They start to think about months, that in a few months I'll blow up, I'll have X amount of subscribers. And so they may start to put a timeline on their YouTube journey and success, that after the first month I should have 100 subscriber, 2 months I should have around 500, and maybe after 6 months to a year I should already be monetized. And so when you set up these false expectations, if it doesn't result into what you expect it to be, then you become disappointed so quickly. And I've realized that in my YouTube journey as well, that when I start to watch those content creators who share their success and how fast they can blow up, I tend to, on a subconscious level, start to imagine that this is going to be my fate as well on YouTube, and I will be able to achieve success in that short period of time. But reality is not like that, and it's not like that for everyone. And you may also think that nobody is interested in your content. What recording has taught me, if there's anything that I've learned over the years of recording over 10,000 videos on YouTube, is that it has taught me confidence. I've learned so much. I used to not like to hear my voice when I speak, especially hearing myself back on an audio or a computer or video. I never used to like hearing that. And after recording over 10,000 videos, I start to feel comfortable with hearing myself, right? Also, it has taught me how to better on camera. So I'm able to record a video and I feel comfortable. I feel normal looking into a camera and record a video like this. And I've also developed a skill that I found super useful and valuable. I want to also share with you what I realized as well by recording so much videos. Know that I'm outsourcing some of my content to people and they're helping me to record videos. Sometimes some of those videos that I have asked them to record, I feel like they're struggling with it to either come up with what to record or what to say. And sometimes I see it from my perspective that this video is a super easy video to record and it doesn't require so much. And I also realized that I can record a certain amount of videos within an hour. And maybe for them, they may be able to record like 2 to 5 videos, when in 1 hour I can do 10 or 15 videos. But this is something that happens over time. Over time, you develop a skill and experience that you can just be faster, better, more confident, and more skilled on whatever you're doing. And this is something that I've learned over the years as well while recording videos on YouTube. Why I keep going. You see, guys, I want to truly talk about why I really keep going. And maybe for you, it it's gonna be the same reason why you get started. Maybe for some people it's to get fame and to be popular, right? But for me, I keep going because I wanted a better life than where I had. And maybe you can relate as well because you wanted a better life. And so even when I wasn't getting the views, the subscribers, it wasn't monetized on YouTube just yet, I kept going because I know that I had to make this work. I wanted to achieve something. I wanted to build something for myself. I know that if I was going to work in a 9 to 5 job for the next 10 to 20 years and just working for hand to mouth, let's call it like that, just my basic paycheck where I will get and I will spend this money, and at the end of the month I'm broke waiting for my next paycheck. If I was able to do that for another person's company or another person's business, why couldn't I invest little time per day, per week, per month into building something for myself that could help me in the long run to possibly earn way more? And so even in the beginning, when I wasn't seeing things working, when I wasn't getting the views, the subscribers, earning the money, nobody's watching, nobody's commenting, things feel slow or stagnant, I kept going because I know that at some point I would see some level of success. I knew that I wanted a better life. I knew that I was also developing a new skill, and I could see some small signs of improvement in how I'm evolving as a person, the skills, my confidence, the type of videos that I'm making as well. And of course, I saw the opportunities that this was giving me. And most of all, guys, I wanted freedom. I know that if I didn't continue and I didn't do this, then I would risk myself that opportunity to make something happen. So I rather to fit it with my lifestyle, do it anyway, and trust in the process, and know that eventually at some day, maybe not this year, but maybe next year or the year after, because this time is gonna come anyway, that I would eventually achieve some level of success. At the beginning, I wasn't even thinking about making so much money. I was just looking at it from a very realistic perspective that, okay, if I make $500 per month, how much that would help me, that would add to the money that I was getting in my day job, and I wouldn't have to look a second job. I didn't even know that I would be able to make thousands of dollars from YouTube, and that it would eventually be able to replace my 9 to 5 job. Even though I know that these things were possible, I didn't really set my expectations so high at the time that if I didn't achieve it within the short space of time, that I would be disappointed and I will, let's say, give up. But I knew that if I stick with it over years, I could potentially achieve some level of success, and I know that that would make me the happiest person, right? And so these things help me to keep going, right? Because I know that I had this wildest dream of the biggest goal that I could potentially achieve, and I also had a lower acceptable realistic expectation that if I achieve that, I would also be satisfied. And these things, I know that if I keep going, I would achieve at least the least goal that I would wanted to achieve out of YouTube. So I keep going. What success means to me. You see, guys, before I say what success means to me, I want to share with you honestly from my perspective what success is not. And for me, the type of content that I am creating and the type of person that I am, right? As I mentioned, I'm building tutorial channels or creating tutorial channels. And so for me, success is not about creating a viral video or to achieve success overnight. That's not success for me. For me, honestly, success is about becoming a person who will develop a skill that will allow me to change my life. And for me, success is being able to get that freedom eventually, build the lifestyle that I wanted, being able to create one channel, have this channel achieve some kind of success or some reach to a certain level, and being able to do that again and again and again. Is like developing and master a skill that you could take this from one platform to the next. Or let's say if tomorrow YouTube would goes away and another platform would come into play that will allow me to monetize my channel, my videos, and I'll be able to earn from that. I have a skill that I could confidently know that I am able to do this, and with time I'll be able to earn money and I'll be able to at least have some income. And so for me, that success, it wasn't about being famous or becoming the richest person or the richest or the most famous person on YouTube. No, is to evolve as a person, develop and master a skill. And that's why I chose this model as well, to build a business, to build something for myself that I can say, yes, I treat this as a business, and yes, I feel like I'm building something of value as well that could change my life and also for others as well. And so guys, I want to wrap up by, going back to work and my 9 to 5 job. I have a meeting coming up in about 2 minutes or 2 to 5 minutes. And I just want to wrap up this video quickly by saying this. It's really funny, but today you'll feel like nobody's watching your videos. But it doesn't mean that tomorrow nobody will. Eventually, with time, people are going to find your videos and they're going to watch. And if it's something of value, once the algorithm hits one of your videos of value, you will start to get attraction to your channel and you will realize, oh, you pick up momentum. So you just have to keep going. You just have to stay consistent, and eventually you will achieve some level of success. You can guarantee that, because this is what happened to me and that's what changed my life. And I just keep going. Just find a way to fit your YouTube business or your YouTube channel within your day-to-day life. Create a system around that fits seamlessly within your lifestyle. Allow you to stay consistent, and you will achieve some level of success by staying in the game.